Welcome back to Half a Clue Movie Review, week 2 of Guilty Pleasure Month. Even though we're week 3 or 4 into the month, it's Guilty Pleasure Month, okay?
It's all relative.
All, what did Einstein say? Guilty Pleasure Month is relative.
Yeah, exactly.
Did he say that?
He goes, E equals Guilty Pleasure Month can be whatever you make it squared.
You know what else Einstein said?
What?
Shit just got real. When he dropped
the hardest bars.
Yeah, he was like E equals MC squared, bitch.
Doesn't
That's what Oppenheimer should have said.
doesn't Mariah
The first
Carey,
nuke goes off.
Doesn't Mariah
Shit
Carey
just
have
got real.
have like an album that's like equals Mariah squared or something?
Probably.
I think. Let me wait. Let me fact check really quick. This is too important.
We
Is it-
just started
is it really-
recording and you're already just like on your phone. Come on, Blake. Shape up.
Wait. We're talking about Einstein, academically right
No,
now.
we're talking about Bad Boys 2.
Yeah, we haven't even introduced the movie yet.
Yeah, whose pick was this again?
Who do you think?
Yeah, she had a
Okay.
2008
That's a little
album.
offensive.
Hey,
Miles,
I
your
know
picks.
that you got a thing for those big action movies, Jason.
I do like me a good action movie.
Miles, you can't talk. Your picks are notoriously the worst.
I never said they weren't bad, but this is an action movie. And this is not even the best Michael Bay film that we've watched.
I might disagree with that.
We can get to that. Oh, really quick, because I know everybody was really holding on. Mariah Carey had a 2008 album called E equals MC squared.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah, Guilty
So glad we
Pleasure
got
Week.
that sorted out.
I know. People at home would have been really upset if we hadn't. Anyways, Guilty Pleasure Week 2. Jason picked Bad Boys 2. Should we do initial impressions?
You've never seen Bad
Has
Boys
anybody
2?
seen it before?
Nope.
I thought I did. I really did. And then I started watching it about 2 hours ago. We just finished watching it. And I was like, I was surprised. I was like, holy shit, I think I haven't seen this movie before. But yeah. I've seen definitely the first one at least a couple times. But yeah, this was interesting.
I have never seen the first one. So I started off not knowing what the hell was going on.
I've never seen
I don't think it's required viewing.
Not at all. Not at all.
I've never seen any of these movies. And in fact, when we went to watch this, me and Jason watched it a couple weeks ago. When we went to watch this, I asked, does it matter that I haven't seen Bad Boys 1? He's like, no, it's a stupid fucking movie. I'm like, okay. That's what I thought, but I just wanted to make sure. Let's do initial impressions really quick, though. Miles, what did you think about Bad Boys 2?
So a lot of the acting was really bad. Like, just cringeworthy bad. The explosions, they were on par with Michael Bay explosions. So congrats. He still knows how to do those, or I guess this isn't even a recent movie, is it?
No, this is
So-
2004.
Jesus. Okay. Yeah. So he's just always been pretty good
Yeah.
at explosions then.
Yes,
that's his thing. That's his thing.
Yeah, that's really his
What was
thing.
Armageddon?
Bayham.
Yeah.
Armageddon was 97.
I mean, he blew up all of Paris in Armageddon.
Yeah.
Fucking destroyed Paris in one shot. It was awesome.
And it was like a 3-second shot too. Like it wasn't even anything like
It was an impressive shot. That's the
Yeah.
thing about Michael Bay is that you say what you will, all of his effects, the effects in the film are actually still impressive. Like even watching this movie, I was really taken aback at like there's a few sneaky CG shots like during the car chase scenes and stuff that actually look pretty damn good for like
Yeah.
2003, I think.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
it's impressive. Even all the Transformers movies, even though a lot of the Transformers themselves look ugly as fuck, the intricacies and the designs of like their movement and everything is actually damn impressive.
I will say we've got it on the screen right now with the volume off.
Yeah.
And to me, it's a better movie this way. Does this go on my list of movies to watch over the seat in an airplane without the volume on?
Sure. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can put that there.
Right up there with
What?
Dune,
Oppenheimer?
and what's it? Blade Runner 2047,
2049.
2049. Sorry.
Yeah, all
Jason,
these movies are on the same plane.
Yeah, they're all on the same plane. Best watched in an airplane,
But then you're missing
looking over the seat in front of you.
But
You're missing out on Shake Your Tail Feather 15 times.
Yeah, dude. Come on, man.
Jason, initial impressions, go.
Well, I've seen it before.
Take yourself
This is my
back.
pick.
What did you think when you saw it in 2004?
I thought it was one of the coolest movies I've ever seen in my life.
You would.
I could not believe my mother took me to see this movie when I was 11 years old.
Probably shouldn't have.
But I disagree. I fucking love this movie. Bought it on DVD. I watched it a bunch when I was a kid. And you know what? I still kind of love it. It's objectively not great, but I have fun with it. What I love about this movie is it is Michael Bay at his most Michael Bay. It's got the juvenile humor. It's got the action amped up to 11, but also like they just let him do whatever he wanted. And it is so much fun to see that happen.
You know, they
his mind is crazy, and it's on full display in this movie.
in a way, you know how like every auteur kind of has that one movie that the studio let them get a little carried away on, like Martin Scorsese has The Irishman, Nolan has not Dunkirk, what's it called, Tenet. Nicholas Winding Refn has Too Old to Die Young. This is like Michael Bay's version of that.
Yeah, and he wanted to make this movie because he got sick of working within the confines of the PG-13 rating. And it shows. He just said, fuck it, I'm doing all of it. I don't care.
Yeah, because he did Bad Boys in 1990. Oh my God, I have it right here. 95, right? And then he did The Rock, which I've not seen The Rock.
I
Which
hear that's
know,
actually good.
Yeah, most people seem to agree that The Rock is like his actual good movie that he made. But
I've never seen it.
I've never seen it.
I've never like it.
Armageddon came out in 98. Pearl Harbor, 2001, which, back to back.
Great.
And then straight to Bad Boys 2. And there's also a Faith Hill music video in there. Because he was, as most people may know, is like he started off as like a music video director, commercial director.
Yeah, he did the Got Milk. He invented Got Milk.
He also did fucking Meatloaf's I Will Do Anything for Love. If you watch that music video, especially knowing that it's Michael Bay, it makes so much sense.
Really?
Yes,
Okay.
it's wild. So yeah, he has a style that he's been refining for a while. And I think, like you said, he totally lets it loose in this movie. He's just like, I'm doing what the fuck I want. Because it is
Was this before or after Transformers?
before. Because then he does The Island. Well, then he does a Lionel Richie music video. And then he does The Island, which I've heard was terrible. And then Transformers, and then he's Transformers for like the next fucking decade. So, yeah, this is crazy because it's kind of crazy he jumps to Transformers because those are all PG-13.
Yeah.
Like, I get his frustration, especially with Pearl Harbor. That's PG-13, which is crazy because that absolutely needs an R, but that movie has a million other problems. But, yeah, I could see him just like just totally letting loose in this one. There's everything. There's like a lot of his staples is cars, guns, women, military stuff, explosions. Like it's
just really morbid kind of sense of humor.
Yeah.
It's just this movie has no respect for human life at all. Like,
not in the slightest. It's like it's at its worst. I mean, fuck, we're all over the place, but yeah,
But that's because this movie's all over the place.
it really
We
is.
jump from a scene about like a guy receiving his partner's arms and limbs severed up, and then it instantly cuts to like rats having sex.
Yeah,
it's very
so wild.
It's very bizarre.
at the end of this, the massive car chase near the beginning of the film, it's like tons of people die.
They say no one dies, actually.
Yeah, I know, but like, come on, everyone died.
There's a scene where a cop car hits hits a motorcycle and then just like bursts into flames immediately and then just rolls over and then the next scene the detective's like, thank God no cops died. And it's like, are you kidding me? How did those guys not die? You see their car engulfed in flames for a while.
There's like a 15 car pile up and like it looks like a ton of people just died, and it cuts to Will Smith and he's like, woo! And it's just like he just doesn't care about anyone.
Also, I remember I said this when we were watching it. This feels like what should be the climax to most movies.
Yeah.
But it's like the end of the first act here.
Yeah, where it's only 30 minutes in.
It's 30 minutes in, and like a 9/11 scale attack happens on the U.S. It's crazy. And I remember at the end of the movie, I was like, dude, they would be in jail forever. Like they would be in political prison forever. They would have started a war.
In jail, their director would have at least like put him on like leave and told him don't leave your fucking houses for
Give me your badge. Give me your gun.
Yeah.
For again, yes, the climax moment of the scene where like there should have been 40 casualties, but no, the whatever captain just yells at them for like 5
He's
minutes.
a little stressed.
And then at the end of it, he says, "Do whatever it takes to get this done." Like, no, they
doesn't-
should be in a psych ward.
He doesn't put a shred of restriction on them. Nothing. He's literally just like, all right. Anyway, get back out there, guys.
Plus, they even tell him that the DEA is already handling it.
Yeah.
And it's like, at that point, if I were a police chief, I would just be like, okay, you know what? The big boys are here. We shouldn't touch this.
Have you seen
Right?
Heat? Have you guys seen
Yes.
Heat?
Yes.
Great
You know
movie.
the climax of that movie? There's nothing.
A lot stripped down.
Yeah, it's like literally that, but like, times 10 with like 8 different times like that throughout this movie. It's insane.
Well, the climax of Heat is actually just, if you're talking about like the literal end, that's
Yeah.
just one little scene between two characters.
That's true. But I mean, like,
You're
I
talking
guess
about the big heist scene, right?
yes, like probably the
Yeah.
most famous
Yeah.
scene. It's outside, I guess, the table scene, but
Uh,
completely different.
They don't destroy a freeway bridge in it, though.
They don't. Yeah, they don't basically incite like what could be a war by going
Dude,
into
at the end of this movie, I was like, that would have started a war, dude.
Yes, it absolutely would have. Especially when this movie came out. It would have been bad, dude.
the plan that they're just like, we're just gonna drive at Guantanamo Bay, like, guns a-blazing, and you think that they were not just gonna open fire immediately?
They blow up a house like
Okay.
No, it's like they're just like, oh yeah, we're Americans, and it's like, dude, like,
Yeah.
They don't know that.
Yeah, how do we-
I can't believe they even got to the fucking embassy.
right?
Like,
No, like honestly, there should have been like just big ass machine guns trained at their car.
Yeah,
to
they would have been-
literally like take out their fucking engines before
Well,
they got close enough.
Sorry,
I think we're
Ron,
applying
I-
a little too much logic to this movie.
Okay.
Ron, I
let's-
see you're dying to give structure. So
let's go back
Yeah.
into it. So Jason, if you saw this movie for the first time today, do you think you would still have like the same amount of like love for it?
Not the same amount, but I think I would still like it.
Yeah.
I have fun watching this movie, and I think I would have fun regardless. I'd probably would hate it a bit more, but I don't care. I think it's a good time.
It is fun again in kind of like that insane, over the top, ridiculous kind of morbid kind of way.
Yes.
It is. It is a wild ride, this is
like Mr. Toad.
yeah, this is up there as like one of those dad movies that like just like you just put on and then your dad's just standing next to the couch just watching the whole movie and he doesn't refuse to sit down for some reason. He's just like it's like yeah, well, this is
I
great.
feel the same way about this movie that like Nick Frost feels about it in Hot Fuzz.
yeah. You've never seen Bad Boys 2.
Yeah. It's just a fun time. It's fucking stupid, and I don't care. Next question.
No, what do you think of it compared to Armageddon, another movie that we?
Yeah, this is a few years removed, so he's refined his like style a bit more, and it's the R-rated version, I guess, too, right?
But do you think that this movie is better or worse than Armageddon?
I have more fun watching this movie.
Okay.
Whether it's better or worse, I don't know. I would need to watch Armageddon a second time, but I think as a whole, if you ask me which one I wanted to rewatch, Bad Boys 2 all day, every day.
Not that either are particularly cinematic masterpieces, but I want to say Armageddon is probably technically the better movie, and just because he has to be a little tiny bit more reserved than this. I mean,
Yes.
he still blows up Paris in
There-
it for
yeah,
no reason. But
There's an emotional climax in that movie that I remember getting teary-eyed watching it. To be fair, I was also very young, and I haven't watched it in a while. But like, I remember the scene with Bruce Willis leaving behind, staying behind. All the reasons are stupid for why it's happening, but like, it still like affected me.
it
I was
feels
like,
more like a
oh.
real story in some ways.
Yeah, there's something more of an arc there. I mean, I don't think either of these guys have an arc in this
They
entire
go to save
movie.
his sister, okay?
But like, what's the like? Do they change at all?
Well,
if
I
they're
think-
just like, we shouldn't be partners anymore. In the end, they're just like, we should definitely be partners still.
I think one of the big issues I have with this film, it's really hard to suspend your disbelief when it's set so firmly in reality, right? Like this,
I don't
this
know.
like no, this movie tries to set itself like in reality, whereas Armageddon, they're in fucking space. They're drilling rocks in space. That's all you need to suspend your disbelief for a while.
I mean,
Sure.
I'll say that I think Bay is pretty upfront with how insane and ridiculous everything is gonna be, but it is a little bit harder when it's like these guys are supposed to be like cops, and like and it's like they should have at least some.
They should have a
of
moral
decorum.
compass. Like,
Oh, sorry. We're rewatching it, and it's just that scene we were talking
with
about
the
where
boat,
with the boat which
explodes.
fucking hilarious. Yeah, and like it's like it's just it's crazy. Okay, so this movie has a 23% on Rotten Tomatoes and a 6.6 out of 10 on IMDb and a 3.3 on Letterboxd.
Wait. So what's the audience score versus the critic score?
For Rotten Tomatoes, let me see. It's pretty wild. It's 23% from like, critics and stuff, 78% for like audiences.
Really?
People
'Cause
love
Wow.
these movies. There's 5 of them, right?
Four.
Four. Sorry. There's 4 of them.
That's wild.
It's like and a lot of people do like this movie. Like it's pretty wild. Yeah, obviously critics hate it for
I wonder why.
all
Rightfully so, yeah.
everything you would expect.
They don't like the themes and the character arcs and the thoughtful nature and how it reflects.
I will say,
us.
because these guilty pleasure movies, do you think this movie is unfairly criticized? Like, do you think people, like maybe the critics aren't appreciating it for what it's kind of supposed to be more than like, like appreciating it for what it is rather than like, oh, it should be like, I don't know, like it's kind of, we're bagging on it, obviously for all the reasons. But like, I don't think he's not submitting this to the Oscars, right? Like,
No.
But critics aren't supposed to be the judges of what something is trying to be or what something is supposed to be. They're judges of what it is.
I think 23% is a little harsh for this movie.
I don't know.
I don't think it's harsh enough. I mean, that I've always been a strong proponent of very strict grading, where I think that if a movie gets like a 50% score or 3 stars, that's a really good movie to me. Most movies fall in
50%
that.
is a really good
That's
movie.
a fail.
Yeah, like a fail is like a 1-star movie.
A 5 out of 10 is just like mid to me.
Yeah, but like that's mid. That's what a movie should be. If something exceeds that, right? Then
wanna
that's
watch
where it
good
gets like a
movies.
6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
And there's no such thing as a 10 in my scale, right? Because there's no such thing as a perfect movie.
Okay. So
At least since Hitchcock died.
let's move to like in defense of this movie, right? Let's try to make a case for it. So what actually works better in this movie than people give it credit for? So we know the explosions in the cars and a lot of the action stuff is it's exactly what Bay wants, right? And it's what a lot of teenagers and dudes like really seek out, So it's like what do you think actually works in this film?
I will say, and this is something it shares with Armageddon, it's paced very well.
Yeah.
This and Armageddon, like I had similar thoughts going on. I'm like, oh fuck, it's a Michael Bay movie and it's 2.5 hours. Oh my god. But you don't really feel the time go by. I mean, in this case, it's because there's just so much shit happening. Like, there really is no downtime for character moments. It's just one fucking disaster after another.
Yeah.
But that is a plus to the movie. It's 2.5 hours and it doesn't feel like it's that long.
No, it was funny. Like when me and Jason were watching it, we're like, he really can't. Like I think it was Jason was like, he can't help himself, right? Like he can't keep a camera still for like even a tiny moment. Like
No, it's always moving. The camera is always moving.
it's like even after like an intense action sequence and 2 characters are kind of just like talking to each other, and it's like supposed to be somewhat like sweet or emotional or something. Camera just keeps gliding along. Like it just keeps going. But anyway, things that work for this movie. I think
the action scenes all work.
yes.
Yeah, I mean the action set pieces, like so why you watch these movies.
It's
'cause
just I don't like
so
how they got
bonkers.
set up. Right? I just think that they set them up not very well, right? To get to those action scenes. They kind of just like fly out of nowhere and it's like, oh, this is really cool action, but like, is this earned? Is this justified by the story? Probably not.
I mean, I was gonna say like there's the 2 leads, like Martin Lawrence and Lawrence
Lawrence Martin.
Lawrence Martin and Will Smith. They have good chemistry. Like I think they do work off each other pretty well, and like and they're fun. Like there's a reason why Will Smith was like one of the biggest superstars in like recent memory, because like he's just like he is very good at like passing like a lot of horrible lines and like a lot of like shit that like a character could do that most people would hate. He can still actually kind of make it work.
Yeah, he's funny. He's cool. He's badass. Like,
And
he's,
he wants you to keep his wife's name out of your mouth.
Yes, which I will do. I will.
Yeah, don't
Okay.
you dare say her name.
He's not great at picking movies, though. He's turned down quite a few.
Yeah, that's like a
ones.
big thing. Is like he has like a very kind of like strict code that like what he kind of adheres to for movies. Like his character kind of has to have like a certain motivations or something. Like
What's his motivation in this movie?
I have no fucking clue. But like I don't know.
Taking down Johnny Tapia. That's his motivation.
Like he turned down Django because he didn't like he thought he didn't like the end scene like where Django just like kills everybody. He thought like he wanted Django to end with like something to do with like love or something.
He turned down The Matrix.
Yeah, he did turn down The Matrix.
Which is a shame because I could actually see that really working too.
I don't know. I feel like Keanu kind of was like perfect. Like he was like built for that role.
I agree, but I don't know. I could like see that movie with
I'd
Will
watch
Smith
a
in it.
version of The Matrix.
It would be very
I
interesting.
would not watch a version of The Matrix with Will Smith.
I think it could.
Why?
I think it would work.
I don't know. I've never really
I can see him as
enjoyed
Neo
Will
100%.
Smith. I've never really enjoyed Will Smith as an actor.
He's one of those
What?
actors I want to like more, but all of his movies are
Right?
awful.
Yeah.
Like I
Dude,
want to see
there was
him.
there was a while where Will Smith was like my favorite actor, and a lot of his movies came out around my birthday because I have like a summer birthday. So I would like go for my birthday. I would go to see Will Smith movies. I remember going to see Wild Wild West.
See Hancock.
I saw Hancock in theaters.
I saw Hancock in theaters.
Me too.
Was it like the Men in Black movies, which I love those movies.
Yeah, those movies are good.
It's like he had a good streak. Even I Am Legend, I think, is one that like gets like that one's a weird one. It's kind of come back around. People seem to like it more in recent memory. The director's cut is better with a better ending and stuff. It's just like it's I don't know.
I don't know. Any movie where a dog suffers or dies, I always get really sad during it. So I don't like watching them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's, what
that's
you're
why they
supposed to
do
feel.
that. That's why
I
they kill
know.
dogs to make you sad.
Right? It's kind of weird. Like, you see a human like die on screen and you're like, yeah, it's fine. Whatever. But like a dog and you're like, oh no. Like,
I mean,
what a
because it's a
beautiful
dog
creature.
is just like
yeah.
pure innocence. They're just like this. They're creatures that majority of the time they're they're just like love and goofiness and harm, and it's a person. You never know what that person's really like, so it's like you
True.
can kind of again, it depends. You should have empathy for humans, but like it's easier to kind of be like, well, some people suck, versus like a dog where it's like that dog is just sweet, unless it's like fucking actively tearing someone up, then you don't care.
That was a very sad scene, and I am
When he
Legend.
kills his dog.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why is it sad?
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I got like lost here.
Lost.
By Michael Bay.
Michael Bay's Lost. Oh God.
Dude,
Okay, so do you guys-
honestly, I wish I could see it. Sorry,
No,
this
sorry.
is sidebar, just because Blake mentioned something. I wish I could see a version of Lost directed by Michael Bay.
You would definitely see the plane crash. It would be
Yeah.
horrific.
They would replay the plane crash. Like every character would have a flashback to it, like at the beginning of each episode.
Sawyer would have shot the polar bear with like a bazooka or something.
Why the hell is there a bazooka and a polar bear on this island? Okay, so let's try to think of like maybe best moments in this movie. Like, how about is there like a scene that stands out to you that you actually enjoyed?
There actually is.
This scene right now that's on the screen is actually pretty funny.
Which one's that?
The one with his daughter where she's picking out a dress, and then
Oh, yeah.
his buddy, or I guess his underling,
I think it's
is
his cousin, actually.
has like pissed him off, and he's like, "Oh yeah, tell her how pretty she is," and stuff like that.
He's like, she's fucking beautiful.
I just found it funny. I just thought that this was just like a dumb scene, but very funny.
It is kind of odd. It does. I don't know. It's an interesting choice to be like, no, we're gonna give this guy like a daughter, and he's gonna be really sweet and nice to his daughter. But other than that, he's like a ruthless drug lord.
And then his death is so fucking brutal and
It's
played for laughs, even though he dies and then
Almost
blows
every
up.
death in this movie is played for laughs.
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, and then his mom's hilarious too.
yeah.
Yeah, just her exexecution. She's like, "Oh no!"
I thought they were gonna kill her.
Yeah.
She pulls out a shotgun. I was like, are they really about to like shoot this grandma? But no, she just gets clocked in the face with a fucking rifle.
One scene that stands out, I think it's actually around where we're at, and it's not because of the scene. I just kind of like the technique they go with. It's that shot where they're going around the room over and over again to like.
Oh my god, dude!
But I thought it was really cool. I was like, oh, that's a really like interesting way to shoot this scene. I mean, I think he takes it a little too far.
Yes,
but it's a really cool idea in theory, and I remember thinking that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I
when
like
we were
that.
watching it, Ron said, "Yeah, this was cool. The first two like rotations,
Yes.
and then like, and it's true. He doesn't know when to fucking stop.
yeah.
He just can't help himself.
It's so indicative of like the rest of his stuff, where it's like he does that. It's a really sweet shot. He's sweeping in through like a bullet hole in the glass and like phasing through like the door, and it's like ooh,
It's
It
actually
shows-
really impressive.
Yeah,
Like,
it shows like where everyone is at in the scene. It kind of sets up the idea of like where everyone's gonna be like shooting or whatever, and then the camera just keeps spinning again
That's
and again.
because he's
and again.
allergic to static shots.
Yeah, and it's just like, dude, just like you could have just done that one cool shot and everyone been like, woo, and no, but then he just keeps it going. I was actually gonna say the car chase scene that we saw with the boat and everything.
Yeah.
I thought it was just a really well executed car chase. Like it is hectic, it is goofy and over the top, and yeah, there's like a bajillion casualties and shit. But like,
no, there's not.
but it's like it's done well. Like it actually looks pretty good. It's like solid. It's exciting and very kinetic. I'll like credit where it's due. Yeah, so that's that for me.
Yeah,
So-
that I mean, I agree with you. That's my favorite sequence in the movie. It's just such a insane car chase. It's just fun. It's just fucking fun. It's just no holds bar action thrill ride.
Now, how anybody survives
it's-
a boat
it's
crashing
no
into them and then
holds barred.
exploding is another question.
I don't care, Miles.
Okay.
I don't care.
Jason,
Get your wrestling terminology
how does
right.
anybody
Yeah.
survive a boat hitting them and then exploding?
I don't
Very
know.
carefully.
I don't know.
Okay, here's a question I think we could all probably answer. But like for you, Jason, rewatching this movie, revisiting it, was there a moment that you were kind of dreading going back to? Was there like a moment where you're just like, oh, this scene or something where it's like it's cringy?
Cringy? I don't know about cringy, but I wasn't looking forward to like the whole dead body sequence
Yeah.
because it's just
yeah.
so gross and fucked up. Like again, no respect for human life.
No.
It's just it's another car chase sequence where they're following a van full of dead bodies and all the bodies are rolling out into the street and they're just running them over. Their heads are popping off and I'm just like, Jesus Christ. They
And
went a
then-
little too far.
And then they just get yelled at for like 30 seconds by their police chief. Like,
like,
after he's already
"Hey."
told them to not like pull this shit again.
In Dan
Right? Like-
Marino's car, no
Yeah.
less.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
wasn't his car yet.
He was thinking about buying it.
Yeah. You
And
could've.
it was a fucking Cadillac CT or whatever.
Yeah.
And
That-
that product placement was awful.
Very, very classic Bay. Like I feel like this movie really amped up the product. This is like kind of a telling for his future films, especially the Transformers movies, of like his relentless, like shameless product placement scattered throughout. Like there's a part where they like this truck drives by and it's like a fucking Modelo or whatever, and it's like whoop, and then like one of the main characters emerges from behind a pile of Modelo stuff.
Bay gets paid, okay?
Yeah,
Bay
he-
gets paid.
Oh, he certainly does. Yeah. I would say the scene a little bit earlier when they're in the morgue and there's the, Martin Lawrence, like, first of all, they pull out the corpse and there's
boobs.
he
Corpse
couldn't-
boobs.
He can't
Yeah.
resist, man.
Dude.
Because it's like every scene in this movie has like a fucking Victoria's Secret model somewhere, either like super scantily clad.
Even if they're dead.
Yeah, even if they're fucking dead, even if there's a dead body there with their
gotta be-
tits out, like he can't help it.
And
Like
then they're
he
just
really-
making jokes about like dead titties, and it's
like,
just like,
"Oh,
man,
He like climbs in, of course, to hide with the body with the titties, and it's like, Jesus Christ, dude, no shame. it's wild.
There's rat sex in this movie.
there is
Very, very
face to
explicit.
face rat sex.
Yeah.
Like
which was just wild.
I remember just thinking,
because
we
they're
really
talking
need
about
this.
it. Yeah.
Michael Bay likes his like juvenile humor though.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
In the Transformers movie, there's like the part where like the mom's like, "Are you masturbating?" It's like
Yeah.
he loves shit like that.
There's
for
another
some
part where there's
reason.
like a little transformer that's like humping another Megan Fox's
Yeah.
leg.
Isn't there like also like a? Don't you see like a Transformers dick and balls at one point? I swear that happens. in
One
those
pees
movies.
on someone.
Yeah, he pees on Joe Turturro's head. There's another one. No, there's I think it's in the second one, Revenge of the Fallen, where like there's that giant transformer and it's like, you know, climbing up the fucking pyramids of the Giza, and then like, and you see, yeah, he has two gigantic balls.
Yeah,
and he's
I
like,
remember
oh,
that.
he's like, I'm under the suspect's balls or whatever.
There's also like the sex robots in the second one.
oh god,
Don't
That's
you?
the third one. That's the
Oh,
third
is that
one.
the third one? There's like a sex robot in the third one.
What?
There's like a robot that like seduces Shia LaBeouf. It like can
yeah, it's a fucking
It can
T1000.
make itself like look like a human.
That's
Yeah,
insane.
That's it. That's the opening of the movie.
Oh, okay.
I've only ever seen the first Transformers movie. I just
That's
couldn't
fine.
do it again.
Watch them all.
They're not great.
They're really bad. The first one's the best one, without question.
What's your favorite movie?
No.
Me, I was like maybe 12, 13 when that first one came out. It blew my mind. I was like, this is amazing. This is so cool. And because Bay had made that movie exactly for me, exactly for dudes our age, they're just like, yes. And I think he's openly said that. He said like, I make movies for like teenage boys, and that was it. And it's like, you know, then I guess, you know, he's fully aware of it. Then whatever, like, you know, he doesn't seem to care. It's hard to like, I guess, discredit him for that. Like if he was really trying to make movies for teenage boys and somehow failing every time, then that would be a different story. But I think it's like, you know, 78 is pretty high. Someone's rating it that high. They actually really like these movies.
I mean, he manages to pump out blockbusters.
yeah.
Yeah, people see them.
Yeah.
Bay
Just
gets
because
paid.
I
Bay
don't
gets
like
paid.
blockbusters, but hey, some people do.
Yeah.
You don't like anything.
It's true, I don't. I only like really crappy movies. It's a weakness of mine.
So you admit this movie isn't crappy.
No, I didn't say that.
It's a little more artful
said
than something
really
like,
crappy.
say, Master and Commander, you know.
Oh my god.
A little more historically accurate.
Yeah, there's like the two spectrums of like dad movies where it's like Master and Commander and Bad Boys 2.
Master and
just-
Commander is like a grandpa movie.
I don't understand how Blake doesn't like Master and Commander. It's
oh,
a
he
great
does.
movie.
He totally does. He just can't admit it.
Yeah.
This is fucking boring. This is unironically a more like engaging movie than Master and Commander.
Dude. I picked this movie and I disagree. Like,
Like I'm more entertained by this movie.
All right, so who would you recommend this movie to, Jason, if you had to?
fucking anyone. Anyone can watch this movie and have a good
Oh my
time.
god, sorry, the scene that just came up, I totally forgot about this scene and how dumb it is, which is really most of it. But like, it's the scene when they take the evidence to a video store for some reason, and it's like it doesn't make any sense. Why would they not just go to their forensic team?
Exactly.
Oh wait, it's because Bay wanted to make this joke about like, you know, the basically the sex scene that gets shown up all over the camera, all over the TV screens in this video store, and then the second joke, which is just the same joke again, but now it's like Martin Lawrence is talking about how he got shot in the butt and he's sore and he's got nerve damage. He can't get
And Will Smith.
But he's
damaged
talking
his
about
butt.
it in such a way that it's like
It makes them seem gay.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just homophobia is what it
Yeah,
is.
it's a gay joke.
Yes, which is another Bayism.
Oh yeah, he likes
Which
his
it's also like a
homophobia.
5-minute long one too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it goes on for quite a while.
Yeah.
It's like if they had just like the, you know, the joke where he's like, my ass hurts from what you did to it last night. It'd
It's
be
like
ha, and then that
he's-
would have been it.
He started writing this and then he just like couldn't stop writing it, it feels like.
Yeah.
What's crazy is that this is actually, it feels like it's supposed to be like a kind of important scene for these two characters. Like, you know, he's confiding in Mike. Like, he's kind of like telling him, like, you know, like this is rough for him. This life is rough. And they're like kind of reaffirming their relationship with each other. And and they just make it into like a fucking a joke about like, you know, gayness. It's like they were writing the scene and then they're like, this is too gay. We need to make it an actual gay joke or something. Like, I don't know.
About the two characters, Martin Lawrence is, what's his name in the movie? Marcus. He's much more of a real character in my opinion, because you're saying, he really is just like explaining to him his issues with Mike, and Mike just turns it into a joke.
He's crying.
Yeah,
he's literally crying. He's like, I got shot and this life is scary and harsh. I have a wife and kids. And he's just like, man, you need to stop talking about this stuff around me. It's wild. Okay, would you still qualify this film as a guilty pleasure after reviewing it?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Not upgraded or downgraded?
I don't know. I'll keep it in that box.
You should feel guilty for liking this.
I kind of don't though anymore. I don't know. I fucking love this movie.
Blake, would you qualify this as a guilty pleasure?
I guess. I don't know.
Do you see yourself rewatching this at any point?
Never.
I feel like that's part of it, right? It's like it's a guilty pleasure is something you want to revisit and just be like,
yeah,
you know.
I definitely watched this movie again. I watched it twice in the past 2 weeks. Like,
I am not being hyperbolic. This is one of the most baffling movies I've ever seen in my life. It's just
Right?
like,
that's what I love about it.
every decision that was made is wild.
Miles, are you rewatching this movie? Would you call it a guilty pleasure?
No, I am not rewatching this movie. I would say yes. If you get pleasure from this, you are guilty of something. But I do want to mention there is one more scene I just remembered that I thought was hilarious when Marcus's daughter's boyfriend comes to the
that's
door.
a very funny
That was
scene.
funny, right? Will Smith is like just playing like a gangbanger who just got out of jail and like
Again, that's kind of really leaning on their charisma, like, you know, Smith's natural charisma. Mark's is like, you know, or I can't fucking Lawrence is like his like, you know, comedic timing because he's an actual comedian and it works. And it's like, you know, it's funny enough. Apparently,
but again, they take it to 11 because that scene's in a bunch of movies, right?
Yeah.
People are fucking with the daughter's boyfriend, but like they pull a gun on him and they're like, "We're gonna fucking murder you." He asks him if he's ever made love to a man. Like it's just so over the top.
He's pointing his gun with his finger on the trigger at this like 14-year-old kid and is like, "Oh, fucking, I'll come get you," you know, boy. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Man, the kid's really chill about it too.
Yeah. Apparently in real life, they like spooked the kid. They told the kid beforehand, like, don't look at Lawrence's eyes. Like Martin Lawrence's eyes, like he is like a really strict actor or something, and really just like hyped him up. And Lawrence was like apparently really mean to him on set. And it's like, that's still a kid. That's still just a regular fucking kid. Probably his first acting role, and he's just getting the like scared of like Martin Lawrence. But I don't know. They wanted to make him seem intimidated, and he really did. That kid sells it. So there's that.
It's like when Stanley Kubrick was mean to Shelley.
It's
Duvall.
exactly
It's right
the
up
same.
there.
Yeah.
Same level of performance, you know. Same craft.
All right. I think that's pretty much it. I reached my quota. So
Does anybody else have anything they want to say about this movie?
Is there anything worth saying?
we're pulling up on the part right now.
The rat sex.
The rat sex.
Yeah.
Which
God,
is crazy.
we're rewatching this for a third time.
Do you think that they
Do it again. I'll do it again.
do you think that they got the same rat puppeteers from like Mouse Hunt? They reached out to them like, we need our best mouse puppet guys here.
That would have been hilarious.
Because-
I don't think so. But
Credit because again, credit to Bay. He doesn't skimp on the effects.
It really looks like those mice are fucking.
It looks like real mice. They look like it's actually what's going on in like a ridiculous way. They're doing like missionary. Like it's crazy.
Canonically, this is the mouse from Mouse Hunt.
They did try to send the mouse to Cuba.
Yeah, it's
in Mouse
true.
Hunt.
is this what happened afterwards? He just like
Absolutely.
broke into Johnny Tapia's house and, you know.
And the other one's Stuart Little.
He just had a harem and like.
Michael
Just in
Ga-
a mountain of money. Like he's like, yeah.
Michael Bay gets paid and Stuart Little gets laid.
Put that on the box.
That should be a quote for something.
All right, I think final thoughts for this masterpiece. Who's
I thought it was awful. And like I said, I was floored. I don't know. It wasn't. I didn't hate watching it. I was entertained, but it's very dumb.
I'll say something similar. It is entertaining. I could see myself watching this again, but it's like really I only want to watch this like in a group setting. I don't think I ever could find myself like just sitting at home just being like, I'm put on Bad Boys 2. No, like this is like you have a group of friends or a group of people who maybe wouldn't appreciate it because it'd be really funny to like watch it with them. Like that's the only way I see myself rewatching this.
I've said it already, but yeah, I would rewatch this many times over again. This movie's just fun to me. It reminds me of a simpler time in my life where I could just put in a DVD and watch it over and over again. And I don't know, I just have a fucking good time watching this movie.
Do you own this movie?
I did. I lost it at some point in a move or something. But I had like the special edition like DVD of it. It was a good time.
Nice.
So yeah, I recommend it to anyone and everyone.
Christmas ideas for Jason, the Bad Boys box set.
Criterion.
Yeah, get me a Criterion release of this.
Miles, what do you think?
This is the best movie I've watched in the last week. Yeah, that's the most I can say about it.
Okay.
Should we move into what we've been watching?
Yeah.
Yep.
Miles, you start.
Well, I didn't watch any movies other than this week.
Surprise.
Yeah. No, so watched the season finale of A Night of Seven Kingdoms.
Dude.
Right? I like the way they ended it.
I mean, I wasn't we weren't even able to talk about the last two episodes.
Yeah.
The big fight, Trial of the Seven thing was epic.
They executed it really well.
It was amazing. It was like, for me, it looked like it was straight off the page. Again, it was just like everything, a lot of beat for beat moments that were straight from the book. It was like
the
even
backstory wasn't part of the book. Though,
no, that was
it?
not.
Yeah.
That was all added.
And that was like half of the episode.
Yeah, that was like the weakest part for me personally. But the rat's sexy.
The rats are fucking guys. They're fucking.
Oh my god. But anyway, but I think it was nice to kind of give out, like, flesh out a little more of like Arlen, and you get to see Dunk's backstory because there's like a quote in the books, like during the fight scene, where Dunk is like, what does he say? He's like, Arion could defeat Sir Duncan the Tall, but he couldn't, but like he's not facing him anymore or whatever. Now he's dealing with Dunk from Flea Bottom, who like fought in the mud and shit. And it's like, it's badass. Like that whole fucking sequence is amazing.
So the one thing is, though, I don't know. I always imagined that Arlen took Dunk into his service at a much younger age, right?
I think it's also implied in the books, but I might be wrong. But,
then it was like shown in the show because he almost seemed like a late teenager at that point, right?
I think he's supposed to be like a preteen, like 11 or 12 or something, but
he was just always just a massive person.
Well, yes, that is part of it, is that he was always bigger than the other kids. So that's the one thing I did wish they did show, is that Dunk also mentions how when he was a kid, he was like a menace and he would beat the shit out of other kids too, because it's the one thing he had was his size on other kids. And they didn't really show that. But I mean, they could do flashbacks more or something. I don't know. But yeah, dude, that was great. The finale, mixed feelings. There's a lot of it I did like. Even the stuff they added was cool. But I don't want to spoil anything. But like, there's one thing that they changed at the very end, which I have very mixed feelings about. I'm just like, I feel like it kind of takes away from some things from certain characters. But overall, I really loved season 1 of Night of the Seven Kingdoms, and I would recommend that to anybody. It's fantastic. Watch it. It's only 6 episodes.
And even if you haven't watched any of the other Game of Thrones properties, you can watch this and enjoy it.
It's
and
self-contained. It's awesome.
It's great. I think that this is much better, in my opinion, than the War of the Dragons show.
House of the Dragons kind of went off the rails in a few things, but it was similar. Season 1 was pretty strong, but yeah, I don't know. I feel I have a lot more hope for this branch. I'll say.
Did you guys hear about the IMDb drama?
Oh yeah,
About,
dude,
between,
what?
it's so cartoony.
It's so dumb.
It's so juvenile. Like
This has happened before, though.
so,
but-
season or episode 5, which is like the big fight. It got like momentarily. It had a 10 out of 10 on IMDb, and it was like the only thing to have that, except for I think like the Ozymandias episode in Breaking Bad.
Osmandias.
It's Ozymandias.
You said Ozymandias.
It's Ozzy. This is a Y.
Osmandias.
Okay.
doesn't matter.
Whatever. But the point is that Breaking Bad fans then went and review bombed that episode on IMDb because even people were writing quotes like, "Oh, I love this episode, but sorry, Breaking Bad's the only show that gets like a 10 out of 10 or
What?
something." Yeah, and then Game of Thrones fans retaliated by review bombing of Breaking Bad, and now it's like also like it's dropped its rating to like a 9.8 now or something, which is like it's all just like 13-year-olds just fucking just doing this. It's like it doesn't make any sense.
This happened on IMDb when The Dark Knight came out, because The Godfather was #1 on the top 250, and then all the Dark Knight fans started review bombing The Godfather, and then the Godfather fans started review bombing The Dark Knight, and that's how the Shawshank Redemption moved up to #1.
And it has been
And
ever
it's been
since, I
that way
think.
for almost 20 years.
You know why? Because Shawshank's a damn good movie too.
It is.
How did I never know about any of this? That's
It's
wild.
because you're not 12. Like, you know.
Okay.
It's like,
Yeah.
I do miss those fucking IMDb message boards, man. That was like,
it is. It's mostly like just harmless too. So it's like
Who
I don't know.
cares?
It's more just like funny. I think at this point, it's like the fact that these people are going out of their way to do this. It's like
It doesn't really matter.
I don't know.
No.
I only ever look at ratings for movies after the fact. It's like
Yeah.
once I've watched it and I've formed an opinion, then I'm like, man, I wonder what other people thought of
yeah.
this.
It's guess what? It's like people still think Breaking Bad's like one of the best series ever. No one's gonna be like
Everyone had to turn their Emmys in.
exactly.
They canceled Pluribus.
And it's like and fucking Night of the Seven Kingdoms, great show. It's also getting tons of like praise for and well deserved.
Rightfully so, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so the other
Jason-
things I've
oh.
watched, sorry, I watched a lot of TV. I finished Billions. So that, I think that they wrapped it up pretty well at the end of season 7, Billions. I like what they did with the storyline. It really felt like throughout the show, it did kind of drag on towards the end, it felt like. Especially like season 4 and 5 kind of felt like it was dragging. But none of the story or plot lines ever really got boring, in my opinion. Worth watching. And then I followed that up by starting Homeland, which I am through season 2 of Homeland now.
I remember
I hear that's really good.
Yeah, I remember when the first season came out, people were like raving reviews about it.
Season 1 was fantastic. It would have done well if they had just finished it at the end of season 1. They could have tweaked a couple things and it would have worked, but they kind of extended it out and they
How
made
many
it work.
seasons of that?
It
is
was 8.
8.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like the only TV show Quentin Tarantino likes. Fun fact.
That's crazy.
But it's kind of funny because the
I don't know if it's the only. He just brought that up as an example.
Well, no, what he said was he said that all TV shows are like essentially forgettable. Where he's like I watch all these shows, and like you think they're good, and then like 10 years later, you don't remember anything. But I can remember something I saw when I was 8 years old. But Homeland season 1, one of the best moments I've ever seen in a TV show or a movie. So he really likes his season 1 of Homeland.
Interesting.
Well, something I didn't realize going into Homeland is that one
Tim
of the
Allen's in it.
no, but one of the main characters from Billions, the guy who plays like Axelrod, who's the main character in Billions,
Captain Winters, what's his name?
is
I don't remember
also
his name, but yeah.
like the star of this show, or one of the stars.
Yeah.
Of Homeland, and I was like, "Oh, that's wild!" Like,
yeah, I thought
yeah.
you had done that or moved on to that because of him.
No, it was not intentional. Like, I didn't
That's
even
funny.
know it. Yeah,
Yeah, he's great in Band of Brothers. I don't know if you've ever seen that one.
Yeah.
but-
I have not seen Band of
Dude,
Brothers.
you gotta
I need
watch
to watch
Band of
it. I know.
Brothers. Yeah,
It's-
that's
yeah.
it holds up, one of the best seasons of television ever. Yeah. Anyway,
Well, he does a good job playing a Marine. So
yeah. Although I think that one he's just a army paratrooper.
okay.
But yes. What What are you watching, Jason?
I finished up Welcome to Derry,
Ah.
and you were right. It gets worse.
Yeah.
I really, really didn't like the final 2 episodes.
Yeah.
I don't know. It takes it too far. Like, too many dumb characters doing dumb things, and people love it though, and that's crazy. That those final 2 episodes are like pretty highly rated on IMDb as well, and I just couldn't agree less.
That's the It show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like the first like maybe 4 or 5 episodes, I think. Like the
I had
first
some
part,
issues with those, but they were good.
Yeah, like it was a lot of it was really good, and a lot of it I liked was it was a little bit more low key in the sense that like stuff was happening like single or characters, maybe a small group of characters, but yeah, by the end it's like it's just like you said, it's way too much, and it just becomes like Stranger Things.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck is happening? Like, like why is it like the whole town dealing? Like, I don't know. It was too much.
Yeah, because I also like finished up the book, and I don't know. It feels like it's just taking away some of the mystery that's in the books. I don't know if it's even canon to the book. I think it's canon to their like cinematic universe or whatever they're fucking making, but it's just so like. I don't know. It was just like a really good character study about a bunch of kids and like coming of age. It's a great coming of age novel. And with this, it really felt like they were doing that in the early episodes. And then it just turned into like the military is going to fucking unleash it on the population. And it's just like, fuck off. It's stupid.
Yeah.
Are they trying to build up It as like the next Jason Voorhees? Or
no,
or
I mean
Freddy
it's like
Krueger,
if it's
you
like
know,
they're
like
making him into like Godzilla. Like
into Godzilla. Oh jeez.
It's like it's weird. I think
Yeah.
if it was Jason, it would be way more like it'd be way better because it's only in a lake. Like it's like it's like Jason when he takes Manhattan. It's like what the fuck's happening?
It's too big.
I will say the army character though, the best part of that plot line was I can't remember his name, but the psychic dude.
Halloran.
Yes, he was my favorite character in the show.
He's the guy from The Shining, by the way.
Yes, yeah, I
Yeah.
know. And I'm like, that guy's awesome. And I liked his storyline for the
Yes.
most part. I think everything he's doing and that whole side quest was the only thing keeping me really engaged with that section of the show. But yeah.
Yeah, no, he was probably my favorite character in the whole show. But yeah, disappointing. Just stupid. Just dumb, stupid things happening that everyone else seems to like, and I just want them to know they're wrong. So
Well, now they know.
now they know.
You've
you know you're wrong.
yeah,
Been educated.
put those Hollywood elites in their place.
You been watching anything else, Jason, or is that it?
No, I kind of had a busy week.
Ron?
I watched 2 movies this week, which I actually forgot to put on my letterbox thinking about it.
Oh my god.
But I watched both Charlie's Angels movies back to back, and they hold up. I will say, like, there was a point where I was like a little. That was almost a guilty pleasure choice for me, where I was like,
That'd be a good one.
I watched both Charlie's Angels movies so much growing up. Me and my sister like loved them, and I hadn't watched them in a while, so I was like curious. I'm like, is they gonna hold up? They do. They are very goofy. They remind me a lot actually of Bad Boys, where it's like the action is so ridiculous and over the top. Like there's so many scenes where they're like, they leaned really heavily into that what's it called? Like the high wire, like fighting, like Matrix, Japanese, Chinese style. Like, they're basically floating in the air, like, hi, like kicking people and stuff. And it's so goofy, but like the whole tone of it works because it's like it's consistent with how ridiculous it is. A lot of the, again, there's explosions and stuff. There's like the ridiculous tech. It's like it reminds me of like a lot of what really good, like fun Bond movies when it's like stuff is just a little extra over the top. And it's an homage to like classic, like, movies or TV shows of that era, like, the Mission Impossible to like, and there's tons of homages from like Raiders of the Lost Ark and other stuff I can't remember, but like they are fun. That's a big thing, and that movie relies really heavily on the chemistry and like the charisma of the 3 leads of like Lucy Liu, Cameron Diaz, and Drew Barrymore, and they work, and thankfully they do, and they're all likable and stuff, and that's like the only like it's one of the main reasons why that
It's great casting.
Yeah, if they miscast any one of them, that those movies would fall apart like very easily. But it's like it's I don't know, it's such a good time, really. Like it's the soundtrack's fun. It's like I don't know, it's I'd definitely hold up both Charlie's Angels movies. Have you guys seen them?
I've never seen them.
I saw them when they came out, and I do remember really liking them. But it's been years. I'd be down to rewatch them though.
Yeah,
I remember enjoying them.
Honestly, I thought that Charlie's Angels was a TV show. I did not realize
Well,
that
it
they
was,
were movies.
It was.
yeah.
And then
Okay.
this is like the remake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they brought it back again, like recently, right?
Wait, really?
I don't know about recent. Actually, I'm not
Like
sure.
within the last 10 years, maybe?
I'm not sure.
That sounds right. That sounds right. I think it was about 10 years ago though. I think it was like in 2016 maybe.
Wasn't Kristen Stewart in it?
I couldn't tell you
don't
for
know.
sure. I do. That does sound right that they did make another one in the last 10 years or so.
Huh. That's crazy. I feel like yeah. But it does have a really fun opening sequence though. But like
2019.
they even they're very self-referential a lot too, which is like they kind of lean into it. They're winking at the audience most of the time. Like they're watching a movie and then they're like, oh god, it's another movie remake of a 70s TV show, and they're like, this sucks. But it's
you
good.
Get it?
Yeah. So I don't know. Shout out to Charlie's Angels.
Didn't you watch the How to Train Your Dragon remake?
Oh, I did. I watched the live action one. I didn't really like it that much.
Really?
I was disappointed.
I liked it. I thought it was good.
I watched it with my sisters when I was visiting them in Chicago over the holidays. And I was kind of like anticipating it when it was first announced. I was like, oh, this looks like it could be cool. Right. And so I was kind of excited for it because How to Train Your Dragon animated, really great movie. I really love that movie. But yeah, it just didn't do it for me.
What didn't you like about it, Ron?
Well, I think it was like I think it's the best, one of the best examples I think of why animation is like, it's like a really good, I don't know, it's like how do I word this? It's like everything, like all the best sequences in this film, the live action one, were just done so much better in the animated film. So it was hard to like separate the two. Like if like I was watching it, just that movie for the first time, I probably would have enjoyed it more. Besides, like, I think a lot of miscast characters. Like the main kid who played Hiccup, I didn't like him. The kid who plays the
Astrid,
she
Yeah.
was terrible.
Yeah, I did not like her.
And like most of the other like side characters too, they just felt like somehow too goofy. And it was like this, and it, I don't know, and maybe it just
I think
doesn't
that is a
translate.
problem with it. Yeah, it's a problem when they try to adapt an animated film into live action and they try to keep like the type of comedy that is in an animated movie
Yeah.
and put that in live action. That doesn't work. That didn't work for me in the movie either.
Yeah, I think like it's also because of the like the personality traits from like the voice actors that really shined through and that were really good. Like the main character, who I can't remember his name right now.
Hiccup.
Yes, the guy who plays Hiccup.
Jay Bruchel or
Yes.
something.
He's really good, and he brings a lot to that role just in his voice. And they even animated like some of his like mannerisms and stuff, and it works. And then the new kid, is not even close to like as much like personality or like charm.
I thought he was fine.
And then the girl who played Astrid, same thing. I was like, it was America Ferrera, who didn't really, I don't know. It's like she was just too like stiff. She just seemed like a jerk. And America and like her character in the Astrid in the animated one, it's like she is kind of like a bit of a jerk, but like it just felt like weird. Like I don't know. And it's a lot of that. Like even in some of the props where it was like you can tone them down by like maybe 15-20%. No, honestly, like 45%. just like it looks too goofy. Like a lot of the costuming didn't even seem like it fit well. The only
It
person
felt
who
like it was Disneyland a little bit.
yeah, the person who I think worked the best easily out of everybody else was Gerard Butler. Gerard Butler was like perfect. But it's like he was also the same guy in the animated film, and he knew exactly what to do. He knew the right beats to hit and everything. And it felt like again, it was like a direct translation, but it worked really well. And I was like, I like that. Also, all the dragons look really good. The flying sequences were shot really well. They looked really cool. The effects were good. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff I did like about it, but overall, I was like, I just don't ever see myself wanting to watch it when I could just watch the animated version instead.
And the iconic score from the animated version, I think, it stood out better in the animated version.
Yeah.
Right? If that
Yeah.
makes sense.
No, I could see that. It's
Yeah.
like it is very sweeping and like fun and like I don't know, like it's nice. And then in the film it seemed muted.
Yeah. Like the first time when Hiccup gets on Toothless's back and and flies. Like that's so great with the soundtrack. Like it just hits all the right beats. You really feel it and you feel the call to adventure.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I thought you liked it, Miles. I must be mistaken.
I wanted to
Yeah, I
like
thought you
it.
were talking about
In
on
the
our
New Year's review, I think you
yeah.
said you liked it.
I might have liked it at the time.
I'll tell you this, Miles. On
that
the
happens
podcast,
sometimes.
His
I will-
opinion on a film depends on how many people like or dislike it.
It really doesn't. It's just my opinion does change over time.
I will say
yeah.
it's I don't know. It's probably the best, in my opinion, remake of an animated film into live action.
Not a
I
high
think.
bar to jump over. Though.
No,
but,
it's really not.
like,
but I agree. Yeah.
I feel like it works the best, and I feel like the people who it's because they got a lot of the people who worked on the first one or the original to do this one, and if they were going to do it, I'd rather it be done that way rather than have Michael Bay directed.
Hey, is it
Yeah.
better than the M. Night
And-
Shyamalan Avatar: The Last Airbender movie?
Yeah. Way better than
Yes.
the Netflix one too.
Yeah, way better than that show.
It's like I've been saying it for years, but like I'm way more interested in like animated or like adaptations or revisitings of like films, like live action films, like because there's a lot of restrictions and things that you just can't do in live action that either won't just look as good or they just don't have the time or the budget to do it. And in animation, it's like the possibilities are endless. So it's like just give something like that, like a Lord of the Rings film. It's like if they wanted to, like if they ever for some reason considered like doing another version of that, like make an animated version of it, then I'm interested because then you can really put everything to scale, do all the crazy stuff that you can't do in like a live action movie. That's way more interesting to me. I've been saying about Game of Thrones, a lot of fantasy, again, big like shit. Like I don't know. I think that's why like the Clone Wars has like so much love from like Star Wars fans because it's a lot easier to like do the scales of the battle and you have more time. But whatever. But that's a whole other thing.
Should do a live action BoJack Horseman.
Well, and then the other thing with remakes is, like Ron was saying, is it able to do something more than the original, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does this come in and kind of supplant the original as the superior film?
Yeah.
And
Just give you something that this other one just
if you
didn't,
can't do that, then it's really tough. Like I think we talked about this when we talked about West Side Story. When was that? Like 5 years ago?
yeah,
Yeah.
it was a while ago.
Yeah. No, and I really like the new West Side Story, and I think that it's better than the original, and I think that it has a reason to exist, and it is a superior version of the film.
Yeah.
But that doesn't always happen with these remakes. So unless you're making a film that is significantly better to the point where it deserves to be made, don't make a remake.
Blake, what have you been watching?
I have watched a few movies since our last recording. Miles, you actually watched this with me. We watched Chungking Express.
Oh yes. Very good movie.
Yeah.
I appreciated it more this time than I did the first time I watched it.
It's one of my favorite movies. It really has become. I just really like it. It's visually, it's very, very impressive. It's got that dreamy, surreal atmosphere to it. They play a lot with like motion and time, and it just looks very, very surreal. I like its split story a lot. The first time I watched it, I remember that was kind of like holy shit. This just became a whole nother movie. With totally new characters halfway through.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot. I like the first character a lot too. He's just like kind of the saddest sap in cinematic history.
Yeah.
He's just there like, I'm going to eat my pineapples alone on my birthday when or what's his line? It's actually a great line. It's if memories could have an expiration date, I hope mine of you last like 10,000 years or something.
Yeah.
His like password for his like voicemail is like undying love. It's just like he's like the saddest dude that's like ever existed.
Yeah.
He like cleans her shoes while she's like in the shower or whatever. I love that movie. We actually covered it on the podcast many years ago.
Yeah. It's like I think it was. Is it still like our most successful video we've ever done? The Tony Leung.
The
No.
mysterious skin.
Mysterious.
Mysterious skin. See, I caught myself though. I didn't say the Chungking Express, which I really wanted to.
Yeah, good job.
I like
Yeah.
I like to add those to
The
everything.
thing Blake doesn't
The Bad
mention
Boys
about
too.
The Bad Boys too.
it is that we were watching this movie while we were supposed to be hosting people for a party. And literally Blake and I and one
Yeah,
other
that's
person
why I didn't watch it. I
went
was setting up the party.
and went and just walked away and went to go watch this movie as people were like hanging out and gathering.
Well, we only
And
got,
I
we only
remember-
got 20 minutes left.
I remember there was a point where we're like all standing around. We're like, "Where's Blake?"
yeah.
Because it's your fucking birthday. And we're just like, "Where is Blake?" And then he came back out later. You're like, "Oh, sorry, we're watching Chunking Express."
Well, there was
I was like,
only
okay.
I wouldn't have done it if we had an hour left, but we only had 20 minutes. I was like, people can have a fun party without me for 20 minutes while we finish the Chungking Express.
It turns out we couldn't. We all just stared at each other.
Just waiting mindlessly. It's a great movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. I love it. I don't want to get into it too much since we do have a 3-hour long podcast episode on it. I also watched The Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. That was playing in theaters at Regal. I was like, "Ooh, should go see that." Honestly, I don't like it as much as I used to. I watched it maybe 10 years ago when I was like 20, something like that, and I loved it. I don't love it anymore. I still think it's good. My main issue with that movie, has anybody seen that movie here?
I've seen it.
Ron?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
My biggest issue with that movie is that every moment is just so dramatic. And I get it has the grand golden excuse for that because the whole movie is basically memories. And, your memories are subjective and you're going to remember the more dramatic stuff. So it makes sense, but it's like that quote from Incredibles. If everyone's super, no one can be. If every moment is the most dramatic moment of your life, none of them can be. But it's still a very good movie. It's, in retrospect, probably my least favorite screenplay by Charlie Kaufman, which I know is a blasphemous thing to say, but I will say Jim Carrey and Kate Winslet are very, very good in it. So I think if you just want two really, really good performances, that's probably worth it just for that. Oh, and visually, it's incredible. It looks so good.
That talk about like there's so many really cool and fun effects. I remember watching the like behind the scenes stuff for it and just really blown away at like there's so much effort they do for like the memory sequences, like when it's like things are going to black or fading into like one memory or the other, like him as a kid, and everything's like they're using like forced perspective and like giant props and stuff. I don't know, there's a surprising amount of
Beach House
effects. Yeah,
that looks incredible.
There's so much going on that I don't know. It's been a while since I've rewatched it too, but yeah, I would like it a lot. But yeah.
The beach house scene looks so good when like the waves are crashing into like the house and are starting to like flood the house. It looks so good. Him as a kid, that scene goes on for way too long.
Yeah.
Upon rewatching, I'm like, oh my god, like, whoa, Charlie Kaufman, what are you doing? But I don't know. I enjoyed watching it in a theater. I thought that was kind of cool. And lastly, I also watched Bound, which is the Wachowski film before The Matrix. I don't know if anybody's seen that here.
Nope.
It's a pretty cool movie. It's a pretty small movie. It actually, in a lot of ways, I thought felt like a stage play. It's like an erotic crime thriller, basically. It's actually the movie that directly inspired Love Lies Bleeding. It's pretty dope. It's a pretty good movie. I highly recommend it. It's like 2 hours. Very well made. It's very like, even though there's only really 2 locations, they do a lot with like the camera to keep you kind of like invested in it. There's a lot of like really unique shots. All the performances are really good. It's really tense. It's kind of like a Coen Brothers movie in a lot of ways. It also, what was I going to say? it's funny to me how it still kind of looks like The Matrix because like everyone's dressed super industrial the whole movie, and it's got that kind of like, Gen X angry at the world kind of look to it.
Yeah.
So it's just funny how I was watching this. I'm like, it's funny that they made like a small crime thriller and it somehow still feels a lot like you're just watching The Matrix. But it's a pretty dope movie, and if you guys haven't seen it, I'd recommend it. I have the 4K if anyone wants to borrow it.
I might have to do that.
We can do a double feature with that and Love Lies Bleeding.
Okay.
Whose turn is it?
I think it's your turn.
Oh, cool. Can I get a drum roll, please?
No.
Okay.
This is guilty pleasure month. It does not deserve a drum roll. If it does, you shouldn't be choosing it.
I am very interested, though, to see what Blake's guilty pleasure, because he's been struggling to figure one out.
I figured one
Because he
out.
only likes good movies.
Okay, after a lot of consideration,
Even though he doesn't.
after nights, all my movies are fantastic. After being up for nights and nights, just staring at my ceiling, hearing like a drip from the neighbor's sink, wondering what I could possibly pick for my guilty pleasure,
Someone's got to pick that.
I've decided
The Godfather Part 2.
Citizen Kane.
Shut the
No, but I want to watch X-Men Origins Wolverine,
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
which I'm honestly
Okay.
pretty excited about.
Miles' worst nightmare.
Have you ever seen it, Miles?
yes. It's not very good.
No,
No.
it's not.
I think that's a really entertaining movie, though.
Wow. That is a good choice. That's a good choice. Okay.
So I'm very excited to watch X-Men Origins Wolverine. So everyone, please watch that if you'd like to keep up with us. And we will see you next week for week 3 of Guilty Pleasure Month, also known as
Yeah.
the first week of March. Just roll with it.
Guilty
Autobots roll
rolls
out. you
over.
know.
Yeah.
Sometimes guilt can't be contained.
Yeah, you couldn't have chosen Transformers 1.
No,
instead?
dude.
I'd
We
much
can't
rather
do
watch-
this many Michael Bay movies
Okay.
in such a short span. It's not fair.
I'd be down.
Honestly, we could have turned this into Michael Bay month. That would have been kind of funny.
It's just your guiltiest Michael Bay.
We just
Yeah.
watched his best movie, though. So.
I'm very
Okay.
excited for X-Men Origins Wolverine. Very stoked.
I kind of am too. That's a movie, dude. We can get into it next week, but
We'll
yeah.
have plenty of time next week.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
All right. Thank you for listening. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.